Hi friends, welcome back at another session of Thinking on Destiny. We are actually checking the zodiac signs and how those signs affect the human thinking and how that thinking will change their destiny. As per the Percival, we are learning. Before we go further, we have seen some of the signs and what they symbolizes last week, and we'll proceed for the other signs. Before that, let us meditate on the consciousness of Percival. Please sit in a meditative posture, cross your legs, clasp your hands, and close your eyes. Please observe your in-breath and out-breath. When you are with your breath, you can't be with your thought. The sensations of it. Universe speaks through these sensations, and the universe has the language of symbols. Those symbols, and for our convenience, we kept some animal names. Please rub your palms and keep on your eyes for a few seconds. And open your eyes with a beautiful smile on your face. Before we go further from Libra onwards, we will see recap what we have learned last week. Balagaru, over to you.
Thank you, Prasanna. So last time we started chapter 13, circle of zodiac, geometrical symbols. So what does this geometrical symbols, they tell us? The circle with the 12 nameless points, the value of the zodiacal symbol. This is what, it explains this chapter. A symbol is a visible object which is used to represent an invisible subject for a thought. That is what, a symbol is just its representation of an invisible subject. The purpose of a symbol is to cause thinking on the invisible subject. Usually, symbols are material things which connects thinking with ideas or quantities made familiar by everyday life. They are not pictorial, not like A for apple, but they can make us to think easily and which connects us with an abstract subject such as the triune self with which we are not familiar, but with which the symbols form the links. So that is how these symbols, they form the link to understand what is not manifested. They are the best things for us for use in representing the qualities and relations apart from the objects. Okay, in represent the qualities and the relations apart from the objects. Geometrical symbols are representation of the units of nature into a form, shape, and solidity, and they progress the doer through materiality to the knowledge of the self and make conscious within and beyond time and space. This is how the symbols help. Symbols represent directness, accuracy, and completeness, that which cannot be expressed in words. Geometrical symbols reaches to other planes of the physical and also other worlds. Geometrical symbols have a relation to the circle, and because every being has a relation to the circle, which may be expressed by a geometrical symbol. So we as beings, we have a link to the circle, and also geometrical symbols also related to the circles. Horizontals, what does it mean? What do they mean? They are the straight lines, relates to half manifested nature side and half intelligent side, represent the four states of the matter. And perpendiculars, they show the points in the manifested correspond with the points in the unmanifested. There are 5 perpendiculars. The figure of the circle with its 12 points explains and proves the arrangement and constitution of the universe and the place of everything manifested and unmanifested in it. So the figure of the circle, that is, shows the 12 points with the whole universe places. The symbol shows, therefore, the makeup and the true positions of a human being in relation to everything above and below and also inside and outside. We're all connected. That's what he said. The symbols of the circle with 12 points reveals and proves the ultimate purpose of the universe. Purpose is to have substance become consciousness. Unmanifested substance manifest as units of matter. A unit of matter progresses as being conscious in various degrees until it is conscious as its function as a unit in a body, such as a cell, or is conscious as a triune self or as an intelligence. So this is how we need to progress to connect the consciousness. Then it ceases to be a matter and become conscious of the sameness of its original state. So this is how the progression happens, he's saying. I hope you're understanding. And that is how the symbols play an important role. The 12 points and the circle is abstract signs of zodiac, and the signs of zodiac names are needed to distinguish and characterize the 12 points. Okay. Each of these 12 points of the doer is related to one of the 12 points on the circle. They represent the pre-existing portion of the doer in human body. So we have 12 portions of the doer. So for that also, we are all connected through these 12 points in the circle. Each of the 12 points of the doer is related to one of the 12 points in the circle. They represent the re-existing portion of the doer in a human body. The human body bears signs of its connection with the 12 points. All nature from the least unit to the macrocosm has a relation to its 12 points. Stories of the adventure of the personified sun in 12 or some of the 12 places on its annual path have been woven into a religious myths and dramas. He says he doesn't believe in this suns, because in Hindu religion, there is a concept that the 12, as suns represent as 12. The symbol leaves how a mind works in its efforts to focus the light before a human can think. So a symbol reveals how a mind works in its efforts to focus the light before a human can think. The moving power of words is on the form and the life planes of the physical world, but the lines of this symbol leads through all worlds and spheres. The symbol is stamped on everything, but the human head on the human head, but being the highest thing, human head being the highest thing in the physical world, it expresses visibly. The head approximates a sphere. So how the half above the eyes represents the unmanifested universe, and the 7 openings on 4 planes corresponds to the 7 points in the manifested universe. The symbol is stamped also on the human body as a whole. When the doer was in a perfect body, the circle began at the head, which is the point, and extended along the front of the body to the crotch, and back along with the spine to the head as a S shape. But because of the changed state of the doer, the circle is now broken at the sternum, and the 3 brains, which once functioned in the 3 sections of the torso, that is chest, they are scattered and transformed into organs. So now, this is how it is S-shaped. Last time Prasanna showed us how all these symbols correspond in S shape from head to toe. Okay, next, what the zodiac and its 12 points symbolize. The circle represents a whole, oneness, and also it represents all there is, space and time. A circle represents everything in the universe, and it represents all there is, space, time, beings, events, and all this as one whole and as inseparable. And all are related to consciousness. Consciousness is not a being or a thing or a state. It cannot be changed, qualified, affected, divided, destroyed, improved, either weighed or measured. There are no degrees of consciousness. It has no attributes, no properties, no qualities, no states, no limitations, no beginning or end. It is present everywhere and in everything. By its presence, everything is conscious. Consciousness is ever unmanifested. Okay, next. Okay, next we'll come to the zodiac signs. Taurus symbolizes the motion. The motion symbolizes this. It is the motion. Taurus or motion symbolizes the nameless point, which is the presence, which makes possible in all departures from the super nature and activity and movement in nature. So he says it represents the motion in the nature, motion and activity in the nature. The presence of motion is the cause of movement in matter. It does not move things directly because it is not matter, but it is within or behind the matter, and its presence causes the impulse to drive its nature to move. Gemini, or substance, symbolizes the presence of which it is and has the potentiality of becoming matter. Substance is space, homogeneous, the same throughout. It has no dimension, no extension, no push or no pull. Yet it supports, contains in and through all the matter, like the ocean throughout the sponge. So this is like this is a space. It all over. In it, all matter appears and vanishes, as a cloud does it in the air. It is a point, a blank, no thing, no human perception. Out of it, all matter comes up. It has one potential attribute, and that is duality. Though that potentiality, it manifests as a matter and becomes part of the manifest and unmanifested states of the universe. So he says, through this potentiality, it manifests both manifest and unmanifested states of universe. Cancer or breath symbolizes a presence, and by the presence of which substance becomes the units of fire and the elements of fire, and unmanifested can become manifested. Breath or fire is activity as the beginning and the end of the all matter. We know that we come onto the here because of the breath, and we leave at the end of it ends. It is the pervasiveness and also the permanence of the universe or macrocosm. It is the stage in which matter coming out of the substance first and appears as a manifestation. The idea of oneness is with the breath. For all the units begin as a fire, and as the units ends as a fire. Every being in the manifested universe is born by breath, and is maintained by breath, and remains in breath. Leo, or life, symbolizes the units of air, and its presence is behind the units of air and element of air. By its presence, activity is turned into growth throughout the nature. Life or the air is principle of combination and growth. Its presence causes the active side of the matter to energize and changes the passive side into combine and the grow. It preserves and pervasiveness and permanence of all containing all pervasive breath. By life, the carrier of breath is kept up all life and activity. And the last one, Virgo. Virgo gives a shape. Virgo is behind the units of water, unmanifested and manifested element of water. By its presence, the units of water functions as a form. Form is the principle by which the activities of mass and life are held within definite bounds. Virgo or form restricts the combination and confines the growth. Virgo or form is the carrier of life, controls it and holds it and restricts it. It causes the passive side of matter to bound, preserve, and hold the active side. That's all I have.
Thank you. Thank you, Andy. So now we stopped at Virgo, I think, right? So now next one is Libra. Libra symbolizes the sex. So the moment we heard that sex means, we feel that it's a female or a maleness of the thing. But here, as per the Percival, the sex is the balance. It's an equality. It's an undivided and indivisible, right? So this maleness and femaleness, the balancing is the Libra. Okay. So that's it's a balancing factor. Factor of it. It stimulates the breath of the breath form so that the form of the breath form is revisited or revivified. From the breath form, the clothes itself, the physical matter reappears as a male body or a female body. Sex as a AIA here means, which means the sexes are separated, united, adjusted, and balanced. This is the nameless point, symbolizes the Libra. Libra is usually from all the points. If you see that S kind of shape, right? Libra comes into the middle part, which is the balancing part of it. It is the place where that permanence and immortality of the physical body comes is also in this particular thing. Means it starts from that particular thing. So it trains the nature units and connect with the function of a perfect balance. This laws applies a natural matter, and has passed to the Libra the point of balance, and thus, so point of balance means where it will go. It will go to the balanced matter, to the intelligent matter, basically. Okay, so Libra here is sex means, here we have to say it as a balance and justice. You have to say the balance and justice. This represents the harmony, equilibrium, and balancing of opposites. Anything opposites, male, female, all the things. So it is, as per his philosophy or as per the Percival's thing is, it is the balancing of that physical body with the higher thinking. It starts with the higher thinking, not with the physical body itself. Because when we will become the triune self, when you are actually balanced your physical body, right? So it is starting here. It is connecting to this universal laws. So cultivate the balance with oneself and achieve the harmony with the universe. That is what the Libra sign starts with. Next one is Scorpio. Scorpio symbolizes the desire. It's a desire part. It's a nameless point in that circle. It's a desire, which the presence is every doer of every intelligence. They have that desire, right? So embedded doer portion have that desire. It has a will, it has a desire, but it slaves the body, because that desire, as long as you are slaving to the body, because as long as when you think you are the body, right? So slaves its body of the nature and remains ignorant of that slavery. That's what we think, that we are the body, and we are not. We do not know, right? We do not know that we are not the body. We just wear that particular costume and all. But it may be conscious, because it may be conscious of its slavery and desired freedom. So here the desire it should become the conscious of its slavery, saying that I am the body, and then it should desire that freedom. It's from coming out of that body consciousness. So here, what does the Scorpio represents? Transformation and depth. Transformation and depth. It's from the it represents the death and rebirth and all the thing. Body consciousness means birth, rebirth, that is all right. So that transformative power or inner exploration, it symbolizes the inner exploration. The desire should be that. So it reflects the inner transformation where one confronts the subconscious desires and fears to achieve the spiritual evolution. That desire is the one it starts. What is the main core lesson for the Scorpions is embrace the change, transformation, and uncover your hidden truths. Okay, that is the Scorpio. Next one is Sagittarius. Sagittarius starts with the thought. It symbolizes the thought. By its presence, law and justice are kept among the triune selves, among all the intelligence. By its presence, each aspect or each doer has a light and entitled thinking. Each doer has a light and they were entitled for thinking, right? So these are embodied doer portions without any hindrance. The human has made its destiny. About this destiny, embedded doer portions to which its own embedded doer portions are related. In this presence, the spheres mingle and combine the matter of the world. Here in this spheres, right? Here again, you may say, in one particular person, and with your thought process, you are able to rewrite your destiny, which means with your thinking, so you can go from that particular, evolve from the one sign to the another, and you can do that. Because I was born in Aries or whatever the first sign, because I was just that motion part. I have to stay there. No, nothing like that. Because these are all again from, because he will explain that how these signs are related with the four natural elements. When with your thinking, always the Parsival's philosophy is, with your thinking, you can rewrite your destiny. Okay. Here, of course, the Sagittarius, where it starts is, it starts with the thought, because there you are evolving from one by one, right? So it starts with the thought where you are combining the matter, that matter of the worlds, and causes this matter is rise or lowered according to capacities, right? Such as human being, from nature side to the intelligence side, he will operate, he will go and he will operate it. So Sagittarius represents the aspiration, basically. Aspiration and expansion. It represents the pursuit of that thought, means pursuit of that higher knowledge, freedom, alignment of the action with the spiritual goals. So Percival's connection is, the soul is soul of the wisdom, here understanding, aiming towards the higher intelligence. That's what the Percival describes for the Sagittarius. Focus on energy of the spiritual growth and quest for the universal truth will be there. So the next one is Capricorn. Capricorn is symbolizes the self-knowledge. So you are evolving one by one. If you see, right, from motion we have started, from thought, from self-knowledge. So self-knowledge, the name, this is the nameless point, represents the self-knowledge. This presence, identity, the knowledge of triune cells. That's where you'll get the identity of triune cells and all the intelligence. Its presence sets the sphere of earth as the limit of the knowledge. So presence sets the earth sphere means, so I can say this Capricorn is earth sphere, grounded. Capricorns are grounded, balance and grounded, because it is under the earth sphere. It has a limited knowledge. It has a limited knowledge of the nature to which the triune cells can go, and sets the sphere of fire and limit to the nature, which intelligence can go. The fire means the intelligence can go. Triune self is a common to all the triune cells. So the knowledge of every intelligence is common to all intelligence.
Intelligence is that gives the indivisibility, permanence, distinctness, identity, responsibility, and completeness. And it is the perfection as intelligent matter. Such matter is ready to become the conscious sameness, which is the next sign. So Capricorn is, you can represent with all these things, we can represent in one word, mastery and responsibility. Okay. So it represents a discipline, ambition, and ability to climb a greater spiritual heights. Capricorn reflects the need of persistence and mastery for the physical and mental realms, aligning with the universal principles. That is what Capricorn is. Next one is Aquarius. Aquarius is for the conscious sameness, because once you got that self-knowledge, so what you will get, once you got the self-knowledge, you will understand that you are not the body, you are that kind of soul. Then all the souls, whoever it is having, all the souls are the same. That conscious sameness, you will be getting it. Next nameless point is conscious sameness, which is Aquarius. Conscious sameness is unmanifested also. It is not only, there are some things which are manifested, some things which are not manifested. Like a substance which is homogeneous, sameness is conscious throughout. It's a unity through duality, diversity, and separatedness. By the presence of this nameless point, all conscious unit as a whole throughout the units of the nature. By its presence, intelligence, which pass beyond the highest development as units, cease being separate units without losing their identity as individuals. It can go do this, extending their singleness or separatedness into as a unity of wholeness of consciousness, sameness. That is the piece. That is the Aquarius. So in short, Aquarius, you can say it as invocation and universal consciousness. Invocation of your universal consciousness. It represents your individuality, humanitarianism, sharing the knowledge for the benefit of all. So this is what the Aquarius. It symbolizes the expansion of your consciousness and allow the individual thought to the universal intelligence, connecting to that. Embracing originality of the work towards collective upliftment and higher awareness. Then the last one is Pisces. Is the will, is a pure intelligence. Okay, it's abstract will and pure intelligence. It symbolizes. Its presence, conscious sameness becomes abstract will, pure intelligence, which is unmanifested, unattached, unattachable. Therefore, they are free. They were not attached. So, by which supernature becomes the nature. Supernature become their nature. Nature units, which the nature units becomes AI units for them, which AI units becomes the triune self units. Okay, by which these units become intelligence units, by intelligence units become conscious sameness, by conscious sameness becomes pure intelligence. It's an order, one by one. So will is the pure intelligence. It's not the power, it's a pure intelligence, but it is the source of power. Once you are intelligent, once you are that source of power, right? According to the capacities and abilities, triune selves and the intelligence use their power. So once this species comes, where we'll go? Again, we'll go to the Aries, right? First sign. First sign, what is that? It symbolizes the consciousness. That is the first symbol is the, it goes to the consciousness. So Pisces is the spiritual completion or unity. That is the Pisces. So it represents intuition, empathy, and dissolution of the ego into the universal oneness. Surrender the ego and trust the flow of the universe to achieve the spiritual liberation. From there, the circle goes to the first point, that is Aries, is again to the initiation of the conscious. That is what the Aries is, right? It begins the life. initial burst of energy required to manifest throughout into the action. So here, so depends on the thing, right? Depends on the symbol, but we named it as different what is animal names, and we have some signs for that. And but at the end of the these are all the things. So now, instead of just going through the line by line of these things, let me show you the first thing. Let me say it. Okay, are you able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, here is the thing, right? Once that is done, right? This figure is the one, if you are representing this figure, usually before we saw this is the circle, right? This circle is having, we started from here and then we went here. Again, we are coming to the Aries part. So this is the complete circle. So first, the circle, why we are representing this as a circle? Why it is not a linear? Why we are representing that as a circle? Can anyone? Circle represents what?
Universe.
The completeness.
Completeness, wholeness,
Oneness.
unity, infinity, all the things, right? So the Percival's circle, the circle is representing the unity, infinity, and the completeness of our existence completely. Okay, this is representing that the process of our thought and manifestation, as well as cyclic nature of the human experiences and its destiny. So our experiences are cyclical in nature. So that is what it is representing, this circle. The zodiac sign is depicted as a circle because either one of it, we are actually flowing, our energies are flowing through these symbols only. Either we are evolving one after the another with these symbols. It is not that one lifetime, if you are born in this particular thing, you will be staying there throughout the lifetime. Nothing like that, because in the next thing, we will see how all these things are interconnected with your thought, with your this thing, how you can change your energies, how you can, with your thoughts, how you can do it. This is symbolizing the eternal flow of the life. The circle is representing the eternal flow of life and the cycle of the time, the journey of the soul through various phases of growth. Each zodiac sign represents the stage in your soul's journey. It is reflecting lessons, your challenges, your aspects of your thought, it is representing. Okay. So here, coming to the so here, these are the symbols that he has given. Aries, consciousness; Taurus, motion; Gemini, substance; Cancer is...
It's a breath. Breath, it's written.
Into the one after the another evolving. But from Libra onwards, the sex is the sameness that you are actually starting from there. Sex, and then means balancing, then desire for that self-knowledge. Thought, you are using your thoughts, Sagittarius. And the Capricorn, you are ready for your self-knowledge. Once you acquire the self-knowledge, Aquarius, conscious sameness, and the species, the pure intelligence. So the next, the 6 symbols, the first 6 are, it is evolving one after the other, but after the Libra, all are actually, you are evolving well. So your soul's journey kind. Here next, coming to this particular path, right? If you see, this is the symbol. So this symbol, this is the physical reality, physical form, right? Then form world, physical world, form world, light world, all these things. This is the first one is the earth, then one is water, then is air, and then is light. So this right? Here, this horizontal lines, if you are seeing, right? This horizontal line below are manifested and above are unmanifested form. So you are having, so maybe the symbols was represent the outer line because this is there, but every line, those symbols are there. So everywhere in every world, you have that manifested and unmanifested world, physical life, physical form, life, and light worlds. All the worlds, you have that manifested and unmanifested forms. So here we will see the zodiac signs and what are those actually the connections, right? If you see the zodiac connections as per the Percival is because all the things, whatever that I have gone through this chapter. So if you see fire signs, the fire dominated signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I prepared the notes. I can just give it to you. You can check in the group. Fire signs are Aries and Leo and Sagittarius. These represents action and creativity and passion. Okay, they correspond to the fiery aspects of the thought, initiating and transformative thinking. Your thinking shapes into the destiny. So these are the fire signs. And stability, earth signs. Earth signs comes with the stability, right? Stability or a practicality. So those are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. These three signs are earth signs, represents practicality, structure, and grounding. These reflects the thoughts tied to the material reality and the manifestation of destiny in a tangible ways. Those are the earth signs. And air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Those are air signs. They represent intellect, communication, and abstraction. They align with the mental process and that Percival views as a central to creating the destiny. Then comes to the water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. They are like intuition, emotions, and the depth of the knowledge. These connect the subconscious and emotional influences that affect throughout the constantly and destiny. Here, if you see, right, these symbols, like one after the another, how they are connected with the earth signs, how they are connected with the air signs, how they are connected with the light signs, all the symbols he has explained in a detail in that chapter. But when you summarize, these are the things. So how individual role, because he has given all the things, right? How this individual role in the cosmic order, how they will be doing it, because each individual is a part of this greater cosmic order. They have interplay of the thoughts, both personal as well as collective destinies. There are some personal destinies, there are some collective destinies also, right? So zodiac connection, how that help the zodiac? These are the symbols, are these are the kind of types of the human experience. Their circular arrangement shows that individuals are interconnected. So in the entire thing, in the web kind of thing, it is showing that at the end, what it is showing is all the individuals are interconnected. They are not separate beings. They are interconnected beings. If you understand these zodiac signs, how they are flowing from the signs, one can align their thoughts with the universal principles to shape their higher destiny. Then coming to how the karma works with the zodiac. Is the karma also works with the zodiac? Definitely. So how karma is a natural law for everywhere, the karma or a cause and effect or whatever it is, right? It's a natural law in every person that it has to work, which is governed by the thoughts and actions. So this karma by, so as we know, suppose something Sirisha did to me. So when I understand that maybe this is because of the karmic bondage, she has done it and she's taking away that bondage. Once I understood, that will not repeat. But without understanding it, oh, she has done that to me, and I didn't understand, I didn't think in that way, then what will happen? That comes in a much more higher intensity to me to teach that lesson, right? So that is what. So here the karma is always plays the equal role for all the zodiac signs. But again, the karmic map reveals the patterns, because zodiac signs, based on the zodiac signs, right? So it it plays some kind of the patterns. So here there are some, here as per the karmic bondage, if they say, he is divided into the, we can divide that into the fixed signs as well as mutable signs kind of thing. So there are signs like Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So these signs in where they indicate the stability and karmic consequences holding on to their thoughts and behaviors so too rigidly. They hold these thoughts very rigidly. Mutable means they can just adaptable. Adaptable types of kind of things, right? They are Gemini, Virgo, and Sagittarius and Pisces. It represents adaptability and potential transform the karma by changing through patterns, because they can they were not so rigid in that. Next, destiny as a journey through Zodiac. Because how the destiny, because the destiny is not a fixed. In generally we say, oh, it is a karma and it is the free will, it is a fixed and it is the free will. That's what. So here also it's not, a destiny is not fixed. Your destiny, it evolves the individual growth. How it evolves? Based on your thought, based on your awareness. This Zodiac connection, how this Zodiac connection, the 12 signs can be seen as evolution of your destiny. Each sign represents an opportunity of the personal growth and spiritual awakening. Suppose if you take a Capricorn, which is an ambition and responsibility, this is an initiation of the purposeful destiny. Cancer, if you take emotional foundations, it reflects the influence of the subconscious thought on one's destiny. On one's, it inflects. Sagittarius, if you take higher, they represent the higher wisdom, represents the pursuit of truth, aligning to the your thought to the universal laws. And also this Zodiac sign helps as a symbolic map, because there are all of these symbols, right? They are symbolic map. The universe is communicating with these symbols, with these patterns, with these cycles to us. That's how the universe is. Actually, I'm reading another book on these days, that is how universe talks. Universe is talking to you, how to recognize the thing, right? Universe will always talk through the symbols, through some numbers or through some symbols only. If you are repeatedly noting down the symbols, or some person, through some person, maybe if whenever you want it, there's some random person may come and give you. So this kind of symbols here, these are all the symbols of the language of the universe. This Zodiac serves as a symbolic map, offering you the guidance to align one's thoughts with your actions, aligning with the universal principles. By consciously understanding and working with all the energies in each Zodiac sign, one can navigate the journey or a life with a greater awareness and with a greater purpose. So with these laws, or with these lenses of that, whatever the lenses of this Zodiac signs that Percival has given us, it is not an astrological tool, it is more than an astrological tool. It is the profound representation of your soul's journey, how it can be, the cycles of thought, and how you can manifest your destiny. That is the thing. By studying this Zodiac, and individuals can better understand the interplay between your thoughts, your actions, and with the cosmic forces. How your thoughts, actions, and cosmic forces are shaping your lives. This understanding consciously directs your thoughts and align to the higher destiny. That's what the Percival is talking about here in this. Now, let us go to one more diagram. This we say, right? These are the 12 nameless points actually. Here, if you go, here, we know these are all the worlds, right? So this is the human physical world, physical atmosphere of the human, next form world, then life world, and then the light world, right? So the physical world is the earth symbols, and the form world, the doer, it's a psychic, and the thinker is the life world comes to the thinker, the mental, and then light world is the knower, the noetic destiny here. So here, if you take this particular thing, so here is the realm of permanence. Here is this is a human, the tiny part is the human physical world. And the entire universe, this is the only thing, this tiny part is the human physical world. This is the realm of permanence, the next circle. That is a perfect sexless body. When you become the perfect sexless body, that's where you are actually going here. So here, perfect sexless body means you are the triune self. You are the knower, you are the thinker, and you are the doer. The triune selves are complete triune selves will be staying there in the realm of permanence. And here, this is the earth, this is the water, and this is the air, and this is the fire, right? So how these zodiac signs? Now we will see how these zodiac signs. I'll stop here because these are the symbols I just wanted to show. Here is the earth, here is the water, here is the air, and here is the, okay, I can keep this symbol. You can just check it. And I'll explain. So entire thing, if you come, right, zodiac signs are all the elements, air, water, fire, and earth. So these are all the 4 elements are deeply interconnected with this zodiac signs are energetic way. Okay, they represent the different aspects of human existence. The natural world are the universal forces. These elements are the foundation of a zodiac as the bridge between your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual realms. All these physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual realms. So how these things will be, the 4 elements and their associations, we will see. As I just told you before, but we'll see again. Fire. The 5 elements. Who are the fire? Is there anybody here? Fire element? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Anybody here?
Yeah, I'm Leo.
You are Leo. Okay. So these are the 5 elements. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You can listen here. So here the spear is action, energy, passion, and inspiration. These people's thing is, that is the spear of action, energy, passion, and inspiration. They connected to the fire that represents driving force of the willpower, creativity, and transformation. It governs the energy of initiation and dynamic change. See, that's why she is able to do at 68 the masters in yoga and spiritual science, right? That kind of willpower, creativity is there. What are the key traits? Enthusiastic, courageous, impulsive, and visionary. What is the symbolic function? They ignite the new beginnings, provided the warmth and light, and they represent the transformative power through thought and action. So these are the 3 signs which is having this kind of symbol. They born with that kind of symbols. And at the same time, right, depends on it is not because they born with the thing. I know a Leo person who will be very cool, calm. They not at all representing any of these activities, because when I'm noting down, means I'm just thinking the persons that I, because these qualities, but if they are not applying these things, because with those symbols when they're, so they may be shifting to the another things, they may be just motion or just substance kind of thing, they may be going it. So it is all again your own thing, your own thinking. You need to evolve in the life. It is not that once you born by inborn you have those qualities, but it is up to you how you are taking it. Next one is earth. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Who are all there here? I know Surikala is a Capricorn. I myself is a Capricorn.
Is a Capricorn too. Yeah.
Yeah, you are also Capricorn. Capricorn represents the grounding, stability, and practicality and manifestation. Earth represents physical and material realm, because that physical realm, focusing on the tangible outcomes and the structural foundations of the life. So they were because these traits are reliable, disciplined, pragmatic, and patience. Because it's earth, it represents the earth, the energy of the other elements compared to it has a very stable foundation for the growth and security. That's what the earth represents. Next comes to after the earth and earth is done and fire is done, then comes to the water. Okay. Next to the sphere is the water. Water are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Who are all there? Anybody? I don't know what Sirisha is. You're Cancerian?
No.
No? Okay. Water. These signs, emotions, intuitions, sensitivity, and healing. Water governs the emotional and subconscious, dealing with the feelings, inner reflection, and spiritual intuition. They were very compassionate, empathetic, introspective, and nurturing. Water cleanses. So these people nourishes, flows, symbolizes the emotional depth, healing, and adaptability. That is the water represents. What is the left? Did we complete it all? Water. Air we didn't complete, right? Air we didn't complete. Air is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Air are those three signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So they are intellect, communication, thought, and ideas. Air represents the realm of thought, innovation, social connection. It governs the exchange of information and power of logic and reasoning. These people are curious, adaptable, analytical, and objective. Air connects, disseminates, representing the flow of knowledge and the ideas across the time and space. So these are all the things. Again, we will be seeing that it's not that the four elements will be a solid kind of thing. Again, there is an interconnection between these elements also there. Suppose they are not isolated. These are all elements are not isolated elements. They are interconnected. So even though in the figure they are representing like this, they are not completely disconnected kind of thing. So fire and air. So the dynamic duo represents the creativity. Fire and air is this, represents the creativity. Air fuels the fire by providing the oxygen that needs to burn. Fire in turn provides the warmth and passion to the air, transforming the idea into the action. So how this is actually. So examples of this zodiac: fire signs, bold energy thrives on the air signs. Intellectual stimulation. Together they create a dynamic partnership that sparks the invocation and enthusiasm. That is what the fire and air together. Next, earth and water, the foundations of the life. Water nourishes the earth, enabling the growth and life, because water with the earth only the growth, right? Earth provides the structure and stability that water needs flow purposefully. Examples: Earth zodiac signs practically complements water signs, emotional depth. Together they create nurturing and grounding relationships. Fire and water, what happens? Passion, connection. Fire, passion can boil the water, intense emotions, while water can temper fire, providing the balance and emotional path. Fire signs enthusiasm can be tempered by water signs intuition, creative, and dynamic balancing. Next comes the earth and air. Earth and air. Air inspires the earth with new ideas, while earth grounds the air, turning abstract concepts into the reality. Air signs are intellectual curiosity, benefits from the earth signs, practical approach, ensuring the ideas are implemented efficiently. So this is the cycle of fire is inspiration. Fire ignites initial spark of creation. Earth is manifestation. It provides the structure, discipline, and turns fire inspiration into the tangible results. Air is dissemination. Air spreads the knowledge. Air spreads the knowledge, and insight is gained from the fire and earth, creating the flow of information. Water, renewal. Water cleanses and heals, creating the emotional, spiritual renewal, which fuels the cycle again. again, this cycle, actually whatever the cycle is representing the interdependence of the elements in both nature and as well as zodiac. Each element plays a role in maintaining its harmony through the energy of fire and through grounding of earth, through intellect of air, and through the emotions of water. So these are all the gist of this thing. Each zodiac sign is governed by some element, right? So because each zodiac sign governed by some element. Aries by fire, Cancer by water, Taurus by earth, and Gemini by air, Leo by fire, something. So Aquarius, Capricorn by earth, something like that. Each one was governed by some element. What is the cosmic lessons through this elemental interaction? Because the cosmic lesson, according to the Parsival, is result of harmonizing these opposing forces. Whatever the forces, you need to oppose, harmonize them. It's an interplay. The zodiac elements are the interplay. So you need to balance. No element can function in isolation. None of these elements can function. Earth cannot just do that. Air cannot. So no element can function in isolation. Harmony requires embracing and integrating the all aspects of the life, like passion, practicality, intellect, and emotion. 4 elements should be equally, or should be actually interplay should be there. Just as fire transforms the air and water nourishes the earth, individuals grow by embracing the change and adapting the flow of life. We have to adapt the flow of life. Because because as a kid we were like that, so you cannot be like that forever, right? You are actually changing, you are adapting the things. Similarly, you have to adapt your thoughts as you grow, as you evolve. You need to adapt your thoughts. Each element relies on others, symbolizing the interconnectedness of all the beings of this universe. So these zodiac signs, the 12 zodiac signs, representing these 4 elements, fire, earth, air, water, different dimensions of existence and interconnectedness of the focus of this particular cosmos. By understanding these elements, 4 elements and the 12 zodiac signs, you can learn to balance the energies, harmonize your relationships, and align your purpose with the higher purpose, or your destiny with your higher destiny. These elements remind us life is so dynamic. It's a cyclical journey. Life is a cyclical journey. Each plays a vital role, shaping who we are today, how we evolve today. Each one is playing a very important role, because every one of us, because we are all interconnected. Maybe I may be playing some role in your life, you are playing some role in my life. So we are all not only the persons whom we are here in this Zoom, but every one of us in this particular world are playing a important role. That is what section 2 is talking about. Section 3 talks about how these zodiacs are related to human body.